Well, hello, friends. We're in for another exciting episode of Bible Guy, and I found a few verses that really hit home in the state of affairs that we're in right now. And in this time, it's more important to latch on to anything that's rooted in faith, family, and love. So with that said, we're going to go through a few lessons of where Jesus was almost pulled astray. But we obviously know he wasn't. So we're going to start off with the temptation. Now this has different meanings to everybody, but I think when I'm done, you'll understand. Then Jesus was led into the desert by the Spirit, and to be tempted by the devil. He fasted for 40 days and 40 nights. Man, I bet you he wished he had some sketty. And afterward, he was hungry. 40 days and 40 nights. Can you blame the guy? The tempter approached him and said to him, "If you were Son of God, command these stones to turn into bread." Jesus replied, "Scripture has it, not on bread alone can a man live, but on every utterance that comes from the mouth of God," including sketty. Next, the devil took him to the holy city, set him on the parapet of the temple, and said, "If you are the Son of God, throw yourself down." Jesus replied, "Scripture has it, devil. You shall not put the Lord your God to the test. He will bid his angels take care of you. With their hands they will support you, that you may never stumble on a stone." The devil then took him up on a very high mountain, displayed before him all the kingdoms of the world in their magnificence, promising, "All those will I bestow on you if you prostrate yourself in homage before me," i.e., kneel to Satan. And obviously Jesus says, never. At this, Jesus said to him, "Away with you, Satan. Scripture has it, you shall do no homage to the Lord your God. Him alone shall you adore." Now, Jesus was almost tricked, this close, but he was steadfast in his faith and in his Father. And we're going to do one more here that I find really important today, called the blasphemy of the Pharisees. And I assume if you have an IQ higher than 4, you'll understand who the Pharisees really are. A possessed man who was brought to him was blind and mute. He cured the man so that he could speak and see. All in the crowd were astonished. "Might this not be David's son?" they asked. When the Pharisees heard this, they charged, "This man can expel demons only with the help of Beelzebub, the prince of demons." Knowing their thoughts, he said to them, now this is Jesus speaking to the crowd, "A kingdom torn by strife is headed for its downfall," obviously. "A town or household split into factions will not last for long," obviously. "If Satan is expelling Satan, he must be torn by dissension. How then can his dominion last? If I expel demons with Beelzebub's help, by whose help do your people expel them then? Let them be the ones to judge you. But if it's in the Spirit of God, then I will expel those demons. Then the reign of the God has overtaken you. How can anyone enter a strong man's house and make off with his property unless he first ties him securely? Only then can he rob the man's house, because he's rendered him weak. He who is not with me is against me, and he who does not gather with me scatters. Now, friends, loved ones, soldiers of Christ, what have we learned today? A house divided cannot stand. And when you fast for 40 days and 40 nights, the only thing you got on your mind is sketty. More specifically, sketty with butter. So go onward, Christian soldiers. Spend another week thinking about what would happen to you if you ran into Satan in the desert after not eating for 40 days and 40 nights. How easy would you bend the knee to Satan? I don't know. That's a question that's, the answer is just as individual as the individual asking it. So until next time, friends, go with Christ, be happy, and onward, Christian soldier.